The University of South Australia is the University of Enterprise because we work very closely with industry. We're the #1 university in Australia for getting industry research. It means that we have a really good network of resources that we can lean into for helping our startups actually get where they need to be. And we can also link in with the teaching in terms of getting students into our startup companies interns. So we help the whole cycle of getting a student experience and also helping the research projects get to that next level.
The Institute for Telecommunications Research has been around for approximately 30 years. We do research in wireless communications, especially in satellite communications. We supported a number of missions with international partners, and we developed some hardware for satellites as well as for ground stations. And we work with local startup companies as well as multinational companies.
Myriad is a great example of the University of Enterprise because they're a spin-out company that came from our Institute of Telecommunications Research, and they started out as a small research project that turned into a startup, and now they're growing and are raising money and supporting the South Australian space ecosystem.
Myriad is revolutionising the Internet of Things by providing ultra-long battery life, low-cost connectivity that works anywhere on the planet by connecting things on the ground to tiny satellites in low Earth orbit. We've got a real passion for growing the space industry beyond just Myriota. Things that we've learnt around bringing a product to market and raising capital, I think they're things that now the next generation of startups can really benefit from to help them do similar things.
Lux Aerobot, they're a company that have just come into our Venture Catalyst Space program. They're from Canada and they already have connections into our defence industry. The Venture Catalyst Space program is a new program. It started in 2018 and it's supported by the South Australian Government. The whole aim of the program is to support early stage space companies to get bigger and get ready for investment. So we provide them with a range of supports that include an office space, a stipend, expert advisors, workshops and mentoring, and that allows them to grow their business in a risk-free environment.
So Lux, we build and operate atmospheric satellites for Earth observation. So we operate high altitude balloons with the payload that's a camera, and we sell the live high-resolution images of the surface of the planet to natural resources companies as insights on their operations.
A few months ago, we decided that we wanted to commercialize in Australia and increase our operation. So we decided that the University of South Australia was the best partner since it's located in Adelaide, where all the action with the new space is happening. And we feel like it's the best timing ever to be here and participate in what is to come. So really exciting about that.
So the Venture Catalyst Space Program actually delivers different types of help for entrepreneurs. One of them is definitely getting us to meet the ecosystem really fast. So that should be partners, universities, or industry. And also it has enabled us to kind of reach to customers faster and therefore get to market a little quicker.
ResearchSat are looking at payload systems for CubeSats so they can conduct research in outer space. They're very technical, so what we're providing for them specifically is how to start a business and how to get that business up to a point so that when they're ready to grow, they can be scalable.
So ResearchSat is a company that designs payloads that are housed within nanosatellites, which allow for scientific experiments to be performed in space.
We run the experiments in low Earth orbit, we collect the data, and we transmit them back to the researchers on the ground so that they can process them and carry on with their research.
Essentially, we just want to try and increase the accessibility to perform research in space, because we believe it is crucial that we understand the space environment scientifically, more so if we are to continue venturing into space. So we applied for the Venture Catalyst Space program at the University of South Australia because as an early stage startup, we had the technical skills to produce the product that we envisioned, but we were lacking the business skills and the general knowledge of the space business startup landscape. So through one-on-one mentoring sessions and numerous workshops, we were able to gain those skills.
We hung out at the Venture Catalyst facility for quite some time while we were doing our modelling and raising capital, and we found that to be a good stepping stone, sort of leading into us starting the company.
So Adelaide and South Australia is a great location for space startups. We have the Australian Space Agency headquarters based in Adelaide, as well as mission control. We have a long history in the defence sector, so we have a lot of people who are here already working with technologies that are really relevant for space.
I think Adelaide at the moment has the right ecosystem for space companies and especially for space startups. You have a number of big players located here. You have support from universities as well as from the state government. So you actually have a particular size and a particular scale where a large number of startup companies can grow with their different ideas, and that just creates the right environment to really drive innovation in Adelaide.
So our vision for the future is to try and support as many new companies as possible, whether that's coming out of our University of Enterprise, UniSA, or whether that's other companies that are coming into South Australia that are part of our Venture Catalyst Space program. We really want to see more companies get to the stage where they're investable, and if we can do that by providing them with a range of supports and expert advisors and mentoring, then we're doing our job in trying to create a thriving economy in South Australia.